that you're at the login page for Elumen, go ahead and log in. Make sure you're on Elumen user, not student, and hit continue. Make sure it says faculty and then psychology, and you should see your courses loaded. Now make sure you're under courses and then the correct term. All of my courses were taught in spring 2019 full term. If you have a Flex 2 term or a Flex 1 term, you can also select those, but I don't have those, so they're not showing up here. So if you have a full term, Flex 1 and Flex 2, you would do each of those semesters individually. All of mine are under the full term. I have already completed the scorecards for this course, so you can see the check marks here. So we're going to use this course as an example. For the SLOs 2 and 3, I use Chapter 1 as a measurement, SLO 6, Chapter 12, SLO 1 and 4, Chapter 2, and SLO 5, Chapter 3. And depending on what course you're teaching, these will be different, and this is for the general psychology. When I set up my assessments, I also put in a description so that I can remember exactly what the SLOs are. So here I put Chapter 1 quiz, and the SLO 1, I wrote it out, and the SLO 3, which are being used for this assessment. And then here's the SLO 6 for Chapter 12, SLO 1 and 4 for 2, and SLO 5 for 3. Now, when you get ready to enter whether or not the students met the SLOs, you're going to click on the first scorecard. The second one does not give you the information that you need. So you're going to click on the first one. This measurement for SLO 2 and 3, I used one quiz. So I will have to click twice on each student for that SLO. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like when you're using a single measurement. So for Chapter 12 quiz, it was only measuring SLO 6. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when you're using only one measurement. So for instance here, each student only has one block to click. So what I will do is I will have, since we have this up, my Chapter 12 quiz on my other screen so that I can click whether or not this student did not meet, meets, or exceeds. And what I use as a rule of thumb is if they made less than 70%, I click they did not meet expectations. If they made a 70 or 80, I click met expectations, and a 90 or above, I put exceeds expectations. I have not seen guidelines for that, so that's what I created for myself. If the student did not complete the assessment, I click on NA, click the comment box, and type in that the student did not complete the assignment. Or you can put assessment, whatever you prefer. I highlight it, hit Control-C to copy it, and hit send, and it will enter that comment. I'm not going to because that's not correct for the student. But the reason I do that is if I end up with another student who the same thing that missed, I can click in the box, Control-V, and then hit send. So I don't have to keep typing it over and over, just a little shortcut. So what I will do is I pull up my scores on the other screen, and I will go through and indicate whether they exceeded, met, or did not meet the expectations, or that they missed it. Control-V and hit send. Okay, I'm not doing it because these aren't real. What you do is you have to make sure you have a score for every student. And I'm just doing this at random because I'm going to clear them in a minute. And you hit save. Go to courses to be able to go back. Now, as you can see on the ones I've already completed, those green check marks, and there is not one here. This is the one that we did. I'm going to go back in. And there it is. And hit save. Go back to courses. I should have the green check mark now. So I hope that's helpful. I know we only do this once a semester, so sometimes it's easy to forget. And I hope this is helpful. Thank you.